Plenty of extremely fit people will be arriving in London in the coming weeks as the Olympics approach. And none fitter, you'd think, than the marathon runners, most of whom run more than 150 kilometres a week. But although they're fit, how healthy are they? A question for James O'Keefe, a cardiologist at St Luke's Hospital in Missouri.
In my mind, there's no doubt that excessive, extreme exercise takes a toll on the heart. I'm a cardiologist, and people come to me all the time and say they want to do a marathon. It's a popular thing these days, and I tell them it's fine. Do one, cross it off your bucket list, and then settle down to a healthier long-term exercise pattern, because really over time, and we're talking years to decades, in these veteran endurance extreme athletes, we see hearts that are scarred, enlarged, thickened, and predisposed to dangerous rhythms.
I can't see it as a lifestyle choice for myself, regular marathon running, in fact, even one marathon run. But there is a tendency, isn't there, to think because exercise is good for you, therefore the more exercise, the more good it's doing. That's obviously not the case.
The easiest way to understand this is to think of exercise as a drug. And in fact, if we had a pill that did everything exercise did, we would need a lot fewer cardiologists. But as with any powerful pharmacologic agent, the dose is really the key. We are designed to be active creatures, but most of the time our ancient ancestors were up walking, ambling, carrying, jumping, climbing, but they weren't running 26 or 50 miles at a time. It's really not in our genetic makeup to be doing this, and sure, you can train up for it, but the right dose for exercise to really reap the benefits actually is moderate exercise, like maybe 20, 30, 40 minutes a day. If people want to exercise more than 40 or 60 minutes a day, I tell them do some strength training. It actually is healthier to have this multifaceted fitness, and more is definitely not better.
It's interesting, isn't it? The original marathon runner, Pheidippides, legend has it that he collapsed 2,500 years ago after doing the first marathon run to inform the Athenians of victory at the Battle of Marathon. That should have been a lesson for marathon runners for the 2,500 years since, really, shouldn't it?
You would think so. But keep in mind, Pheidippides was a middle-aged guy. He had been a Greek herald messenger for 20 years. So he was one of these veteran endurance athletes that had been overdoing it all of his life. We have another important paper coming out that just was released this weekend showing that even when it comes to running, there's runners in general live longer than non-runners, 19% improved survival. But among the runners, there was a U-shaped curve. So people who ran real short distances at real low speeds and at very infrequent intervals didn't do so well. The people that ran moderate distances, like 15 or 20 miles a week, or say 30 kilometers a week, at moderate speeds, say a mile in maybe 8 to 10 or 11 minutes, and frequencies of 2 to 5 times a week did the best. And people who ran faster, more often, and longer distances, in fact, didn't get as much of a survival benefit. And this, keep in mind, this was a group of 50,000 people from the Cooper Clinic, followed 3 decades. So it's pretty robust data suggesting that what common sense should tell us right along. More is not better. Moderate exercise is really, really good, among the best things you can do for your health. It actually feels better anyway.
Cardiologist James O'Keefe, and that's all from us for now, but an updated version of the Global News podcast will be available for you to download later on Monday. I'm Mark Whittaker. Until next time, goodbye.